What's up, everybody? It's RivTech. Today we're going to go over the descendants that we got to use during the final playtest of The Last Descendant. Starting off, we have SHAREN. She is your assassin. She has a electric slash attack. She also has active camouflage. If you use any attack or item or you go to heal a teammate, the camouflage goes away, but it's great for making escapes if you get stuck. She also has a great shock attack, and then her ultimate attack, she targets multiple enemies and then throws electric kunais at them. It's great. I like it. Next, we have Bunny. Bunny is your electric speedster. She has a thrill bomb, which is a projectile lightning attack. She also has the speed of light, which increases her run speed. And then she has a lightning emission, one of my favorite moves in the game. She just gets close to anybody. She shoots out an electric pulse, and anyone in the area gets hit by the pulse. And then her final ability, or her ultimate ability, I mean, is a electric beam. It does great against single opponents, especially like the higher ranking enemies that you'll face in the game. And next is LEPIC. LEPIC is one of your starting characters that you get to choose from. He's more of your balanced build. He has a grenade that you can use. He also has the ability to overclock or enhance his weapon. And then he has a grenade. This is one of my favorite things to use. It creates like a vortex, like a black hole, sucks everybody into the middle, and you can focus fire them, throw a grenade at them. Your teammates can shoot at them. And then he has overkill right here, which as you read right here, once it is active, it will continuously consume MP. That enemies hit by the overkill will receive AoE damage. And then this is just his ultimate version, which was available to use during the game. It's just another skin to use. It's pretty cool looking. I like it. Next is AJAX, your tank character. You can see right here, he has a barrier. That's his main thing that he starts with. And then he has what's known as Void Walk, which is a stomp attack. And then Expulsion, which is a knockback. He also has Hyper Cube, which creates a barrier around you and your teammates. And then a VIESSA, you have two versions of her as well, similar to LEPIC. VIESSA is your ice character. This is the ultimate version of VIESSA. She has frost shards, which are just your ice projectiles. Then she has the frost road, which similar to Bunny increases your run speed. She also has cold snap, which is a knockback ice attack. And then she has Blizzard right here, which will go and freeze the enemies. It's similar to LEPIC's attack where he draws everybody in, except she uses ice to keep everybody in place, and that's great for just piling on damage with teammates. Next up, we have JAYBER. JAYBER is similar to Thor from Overwatch. He is a sentry character. As you can see right here, he has an assault turret. Put it down and it just attacks the enemy. He has a medical turret. You put it down and it heals yourself or your teammates. Then he has a multi-purpose gun right here. You can see it does different things. It does both the healing and the offensive attacks. And then his reactivate skill will summon all of the turrets, and then upon retrieval it'll fire multiple fragments and deal AoE damage. So you just withdraw your turrets and then do AoE damage. Next is FREYNA. FREYNA is similar to a Viper from Valorant. She is your poison character. She does a lot of poison damage. As you can see right here, everything is poison based. And then she also has a poison armor that if anybody hits you, they take poison damage. She has an AoE poison attack, and then she also has the venom baptism, which imbues her weapon with poison so that you could shoot that at your enemy. Next up, you have GLEY. GLEY uses what's known as frenzy. In a frenzy state, you increase your firearm attack and penetration, but you reduce your HP recovery. And then you also have what's known as the life siphon. You hit an enemy with this attack and you drain their life. And then she has increased sensory, which allows you to not use bullets for a certain period of time, but your movement speed decreases. And then she also has Massacre as her ultimate, which switches the weapon to Massacre. Massacre is influenced by certain stats of the equipped weapon, such as firearm attack power and fire rate, and inflicts damage on enemies. The bullets loaded are affected by the amount of power of life owned. Enemies hit by the Massacre suffer damage and are inflicted with additional effects. I didn't really get to play with GLEY that much during the playtest. Next, we have BLAIR. BLAIR is your fire character, your arsonist. His base attack is a fire AoE. He also has a multiple fire AoE attack, as you can see right here. Then his third attack, he can individually cast a flamethrower attack. And then he also has the Deadly Cuisine, which is just a fire meteor attack. You have VALBY, who is kind of like opposite of BLAIR. She is your water character. She has a water projectile. She has a water AoE splash attack, and then she also has a water dash similar to VIESSA and Bunny. And then she has what's known as the laundry bomb as her ultimate, which does the same thing as LEPIC, consolidates those enemies into an area, except instead of using a void grenade, she uses a water ball. Then you have Kyle. Kyle is your controller character. He's another tank. He has a dash attack that knocks people back. He has the magnetic bulwark, which is a barrier. Then he also has magnetism, which it'll draw in your enemies, and it also serves as like a shield. And then he has a super conductivity thrusters, which is your dash attack, very Iron Man like. Anybody in your way while you dash will take damage, and then at the end of the dash will do a powerful attack, and that's his ultimate. So these are all of the Descendants that we were able to use during the playtest. I personally didn't get to test all of them because there was only 2 days to do the playtest. I thought that it was very cool that we got to see all of these, and then we also got to go through and see multiple versions of their skins and things like that. And because it was a playtest, they allowed you the ability to purchase all of them, and by doing so you got to test out as many as you want, maybe if you didn't get to use any in the last playtest. And also it allows you to get an idea of who you would want to use once the game releases. Rumor has it it's coming out in July, but nothing is confirmed right now. It's a great looter shooter. It reminds me a lot of like a Destiny mixed with the Division 2, where you're just, you know, constantly trying to create those builds that do the most amount of damage. And it also, unlike the Division, you get a lot of variety in the characters, so it's more of like a hero based looter shooter. Had a lot of fun with it. You know, it really fills that, it gives you that dopamine hit similar to like Diablo 4, where you're trying to, you know, constantly grind for that better weapon, that better armor. Combine those two things together with abilities to do as much damage as you possibly can. You're constantly trying to develop that meta. I can't wait for the game to come to final release. It's been a lot of fun doing the playtests. Let me know what you think about the First Descendant down in the comments. I've been RivTech. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.